Hello and welcome to the MCQ lecture series. In today's class, I'll be talking about MCQs with respect to Financial Systems 1, which is the General Economics paper for SYBA. So let's get started. The first question is, which of the following works at grassroots level in the cooperative banking structure in India? So you can recollect, I hope you can recollect that whenever we look at the cooperative banking structure in India, it is a three-tier system. The top level is dominated by state cooperatives. Then the middle is dominated by district or central cooperatives, and then the grassroots level is dominated by primary agricultural credit societies or PACs. So here I am looking at grassroots level organization working in the cooperative banking structure, and they are they are primary agricultural credit societies, and therefore the underlying options available to us are primary agricultural credit societies, state cooperative banks, district cooperative banks, and none of the above. So now when we know that this structure is like this, the pyramidal structure of three-tier system in the cooperative banking is like this, in which state cooperative dominates, or it is also the apex institute, then we have district or central in the middle, and then we have primary agricultural credit societies at the grassroots level. Therefore the correct answer here is option A, which is talking about primary agricultural credit societies or PACs. So I hope this MCQ is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next MCQ, which is talking about, after, this is a factual sort of a question, after the recent amalgamations in 2020, the total number of public sector banks, here specifically I am talking about the total number of public sector banks, have reduced from 27 to what number? So this is a factual question. It has reduced from 27 to 10, or it has reduced from 27 to 12, or it has reduced from 27 to 14, or to 16. And therefore if you know the correct answer is B, 12. That is, from 27 the public sector banks have reduced to the number 12, and therefore this is the correct option, option B, and answer is 12. So I hope this question is pretty much clear. It's a factual question, very current affair sort of a question, so please remember all these current sort of questions as well. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about, what is the apex management officer in a public sector bank? Now I am looking at the organizational structure, meaning thereby the employment and everything, and how the management actually is like in a public sector bank or a private sector bank or a foreign bank or a regional rural bank. And the first question in that segment is relating to the officer who is at the apex in the management structure of a public sector bank, or who is at the top position in a public sector bank, whether he or she is a chairman, whether he or she is a deputy director, or whether he or she is the governor of the Reserve Bank of India, or none of these options available. So therefore the correct answer here is the chairman in the shape of chief executive officer or CEO. So this is the correct answer, which is option A. So I hope you will remember that the top position or top management in the public sector bank is always the chairman or the chief executive officer or CEO. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about top authority sort of a question again. Which is the top authority in the organizational structure of a private sector bank? In the previous question I was talking about a public sector bank. In this question I am talking about a private sector bank. So you have to be really careful while you read questions, because this is how you can score good marks. If you don't read the question properly, even if you know the correct answers, you might lose your marks because you will end up choosing the incorrect option. So here I am specifically asking about top authority in a private sector bank, and the underlying options are A, general body, B, the manager, C, the regional manager, and D, none of these. So here if you know the correct answer here is, you have to probably check the management structure, and the correct option here is the general body. So option A is the correct answer in case of a private sector bank. Here I was talking about a public sector bank, so please be careful. So I hope this question is pretty much clear. Let us now move to the next question, which is talking about, which of the following, again a factual sort of a question, which of the following is the oldest foreign bank in India? I am asking about oldest foreign bank in India, and the underlying options available to us are, first is HSBC, which is Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. Then we have Standard Chartered. then we have Kotak Mahindra, and then last option is none of the above. So here again a factual sort of a question. If you can remember or recollect, it is the HSBC or Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, which is the oldest foreign sector bank in India. So this is how you solve MCQs with respect to the financial systems paper. Let us now move to the last MCQ in this session. It is talking about new foreign banks in India. Again a factual sort of a question and very current affair sort of a question. New foreign banks in India can operate through what? They can operate through a subsidiary, a branch, a bank per se, and none of the above. So if you remember in my lectures, I have already talked about all of these. So you can please go and check a branch model or a branch expansion model, and then we had a wholly owned subsidiary sort of a model in terms of foreign banks, and here the correct answer is a subsidiary. Now foreign banks in India cannot operate through branches. Now they have to go for something called as a subsidiary or wholly owned subsidiary sort of a model, and therefore option A is the correct answer, which is talking about a foreign bank in India can now operate through a subsidiary. So I hope the idea of multiple choice questions is pretty much clear. We have solved a lot of MCQs. In the upcoming lectures, I'll be giving you more MCQs with answers. So please stay tuned. Thank you.